Idubbz, the man himself, the cuck, the legend who created Content Cop and dated an OnlyFans girl. We're talking about him today. I used to look up to this man a while ago when I was in, I think, high school. I could be wrong about the timeline. I could be fucking that up. But I used to look up to him in the era with Filthy Frank. Filthy Frank is my favorite YouTuber of all time, but he's quit, so he's no longer a YouTuber anymore. He's no longer a YouTuber anymore, so whoop-de-fucking-do. Max Mofo, there was another fat guy, I forgot his name. It's like on the tip of my tongue, all the Diddy, but I don't really remember. So, anyway, the point is, we're going to watch this video to see what is going on with Idubbz. The video title was changed. It was originally, I believe, their relationship is like ending. It was along those lines, but the title has changed, and it's moved into like, I have no words for this. That's what it's changed into. Anyway, let's press play on this video in 3, 2, and 1. Let me suck the dick for free.
Not misread the title. No, I am not lying. For once in my life, I'm actually being honest here. It is looking rough for Idubbz and Anisa, and I know that this is like my 35th billion video about Idubbz and Anisa, and some of you might be like, sensitive, rants, bills, it just cannot be this high, and I'm like, yeah, but I want to move to LA, right? I want to pull a Frogan, I want to, live near Hassan, I want to get a Porsche, and I want to get a Gucci bag, like my favorite socialist, so, that's why
I do too.
Up these numbers up in here.
Ludwig!
Drop a like and subscribe to the channel so I can move in right
Fucking idiot. That meme is fucking hilarious.
Maybe we might be able to get Hassan over the Sensitive Society channel if it all goes well. So recently this video got uploaded to YouTube. This comes from...
Make sure you guys subscribe to Sensitive Society. I love his videos.
Okay, just fucking kill me. I am so over my throat killing me like that. So there's this video that got recommended to me and pretty much everyone. It's called Idubbz and Anisa Return Worse Than Ever. And it's about 5 minutes of their podcast. And this is legitimately a crackhead podcast. I don't know if that's even possible. But this is how I imagine.
I'm a crackhead too, so I can't even hate.
Podcast if they were somehow aware of what internet was.
I'm out here itching for that methamphetamine and that fentanyl.
To get a YouTube channel and a few hundred people
to
watch it.
Dick.
This is literally it. It is sad they talk about being broke. It's just like, it did not have to be this way. You know what I mean? Like, in another universe, especially with how successful Idubbz was, that was legitimately retiring money. All it takes is one bad girl and one bad girl being Anisa for everything to just fucking fall apart. So we got that to talk about. I also want to take a look at this video, which also got into my recommended, but I've been ignoring. It's called Anisa Jumha Abusing Idubbz for over 6 minutes straight. A lot of content to cover.
3, 2,
I am
1,
very high.
bam. That is fucking crazy. Can you imagine someone making a 6-minute compilation of your girl fucking you over and complaining about you? That is crazy. But let me also tell you guys, I want you guys to stick around for this video, okay? Because I'm going to give you guys opinions that I don't feel a lot of other content creators are really talking about or saying. And you may disagree with my opinion. And if you do, well then, fuck you. I don't like other people having different opinions than me. Go fucking die. I hate you, you misogynistic pigs. Ugh. But my point is, if you disagree, just go kill yourself and tell me in the comment section down below why you disagree. And I will totally, not in a polite way, respond to you. Anyway, my point is, with Idubbz, I know I'm going to piss off a lot of you with my opinion. I know I'm going to piss off a lot of you guys, but I don't think, I'm going to say this right now, I don't like him in the way he is. I just don't think he's as fucked up as people have made him out to be. At the same time, I do think his girl is very fucked up, but I think even she's not really a black and white case. And at the same time, I think they're both just fucking low. I don't think they're monsters though. They're just fucking bottom of the barrel is what it is. They're bottom of the barrel, but they're not monsters that the internet makes them out to be. But they're bottom of the barrel. They are trash, But there's a difference between being trash and being a fucking monster who deserves to get shot. There's a difference. And I'm gonna give you guys the unfiltered, my own opinion, you know, regardless of what it is. So, yeah. Fuck it. And 3, 2, 1, bam.
Anytime I get to hate, I'm there. I am a certified hater. If you
Censorship Society's not a hater. He's just a hater to Idubbz.
To show love.
But Idubbz put himself in place. He put the fucking kick me sign on his damn back.
Okay, I think I'm genuinely losing my mind. And make sure you subscribe to the channel. Sam's will appreciate it. Anyways,
He put the fucking red dot on his own damn back, bro.
Broke art.
Now I'll tell you why he did it too. I know why he did it.
Okay, and facial hair. His name is Hassan.
I mean, you can just tell how excited Idubbz is to be on there.
Bro, he's such a fucking cuck, bro.
Over here. No setup. They're just sitting on the floor. This is straight out of Breaking Bad. I could see Jesse Pinkman just walking into the frame and being like, "Yo, bitch."
But you see what cock eating him, he's looking at the ground instead of her. Fucking look at her damn eyes. She looks looking at you. Dog had more fucking balls than you, and I know he got those shits clipped. I know he got those.
But do you see what a cuck eating is, bro? Like, he's looking at the ground instead of her. Fucking look at her, bro, in the damn eyes. She's looking at you. The dog has more fucking balls than you, and I know he got those shits clipped. I know he got those shits clipped, and he's able to fucking lick her hand. Motherfucker, look her in the damn eye. And, like, okay. Again, I want to make this clear. I don't think Ethan is the villain people make him out to be. I don't. I don't think it's black and white. Anissa, I think, is scum, but also not as bad as people make her out to be either. Although I do think she is extremely abusive and toxic and trash. But it's just so cringy, undeniably. Watching how... did I say Ethan? Ian. I don't know if I've been saying... I might have been confusing H3 and Ian this whole time, but it's just so cringy seeing how Ethan interacts with her. Look her in the fucking eyes. That's your girlfriend. If you were socially awkward, I'd be okay with that. If she was not your girl, I would understand this. But she's your fucking wife, bro. Look her in the fucking eye when you speak. It's not that fucking difficult. Shit. It's so fucking annoying. 3, 2, 1, bam.
Yeah.
All of those three things equal, some people might not find this funny, but somebody posted, Timbits or like donut holes on Twitter and was like, what do you guys call these? And Prezzo said what he called them, which I'm not going to repeat.
Right.
It had 9/11 in it and the F slur and some
Right. Okay.
What is that, faggot?
I call it
Idubbz is like, should I be laughing
Faggot?
at this? Should I be
Is that what they said?
at the
I'm an
F
idiot,
slur?
bro. I
I'm sure
apologize.
Idubbz used to love the F slur. I mean, I personally love
Slut.
it. Oh my god, I felt like that just took over me for a second. I might not be feeling the greatest, but I will deliver the slop to you guys no matter what. I could be fucking dying of cancer, and I will drop a slop video just for you guys. So if anyone that says I have no passion for this, you can go hang yourself, alright? The thing with 9/11, I actually find the memes funny. When I see 9/11 recreated on Fortnite, Minecraft, Roblox, I think it's funny. I've never been like,
Same.
oh, well, we could be edgy about all of these other things, but 9/11, guys, that's where I draw the line. I'd be such a fucking hypocrite if I find all the other edgy shit funny. But 9/11 memes, Minecraft 9/11 recreation, that's too far, guys. No. That's not my problem, and I don't care that they're making fun of it or, talking about jokes or memes or references. My thing is, you can't be sensitive or a crybaby over certain things, you know what I mean? Over certain jokes about modern stuff that's going around. You can't joke about that, guys. But you can joke about 9/11. You know what I mean? It's like, once again, it's like my favorite content creator of all time, Idubbz, said it's either all okay or none of it's okay. Like, yeah, if I'm serious, I could be like, yeah, 9/11 was tragic, people lost their lives, but you need humor. And I truly do think comedy should have no limits. I think you should be able to joke about anyone and anything. I think anything goes. You can't be out here fucking picking and choosing what is funny and what is not, because that's not funny to you, but it may be funny to others. You know what I mean? I'm not on some shit right now.
I agree with what he's saying and disagree simultaneously. I think what's happening is he
I agree with what he's saying and disagree simultaneously. I think what's happening is he did put a level of nuance in here. He did account for some nuance, but I think more nuance needs to be given here. Otherwise, this could just result in a very toxic environment. Male toxicity. No, I'm kidding. I had to clarify that I'm kidding because a lot of people don't really understand the difference between sarcasm. I've seen that before. Some of y'all don't fucking know what the definition of sarcasm is. But yeah, a certain level of nuance needs to be brought to this situation about like humor and comedy. Yes, like what he's been saying, like no joke so far that Sensitive Society has said has remotely crossed any line, I think, of the majority of people out there. If he has crossed the line so far with his suicide jokes that he's been mentioning already so far, or his slut or cuck jokes or whatever, then respectfully go kill yourself. I think that's okay. Like, you don't need to get mad. But what I am going to say is, I think that there are nuanced situations which I would understand someone else getting pissed off or getting emotionally riled up in. For example, if we took a 9/11 survivor and, they're probably old as shit now, but you took a 9/11 survivor and you started to make like very bad jokes. You started to show footage, with let's say SpongeBob music, of someone on the 9/11 tower falling down. And then you went and you video clipped what it looks like, their dead body on the ground and their brain splattered and their body flat. Let's say you did some shit like that and you sent the video to them, right? Let's be real here. That's crossing the line. And you might counteract me and say like, well, that's not comedy. That's just being a psychopath. Yes, exactly. It is just being a psychopath. But you're claiming it's not comedy. Yes, the majority of people are claiming it's not comedy. But you have to understand what truly makes something truth, or what makes something true. And I'm not trying to become philosophical, but there's no way to not get philosophical and overly deep without talking about this topic if you really want to get down to the truth. There's no way around it. You have to get overly deep when talking about this. At the end of the day, what the fuck is truth? Like, is it based upon what the majority of people say? Like, no, you would think that objective morality does exist in some sense, right? Well, he might. I'm pretty sure Sensitive Society doesn't really believe that. But my point is, even what Sensitive Society just said, he said like what you might not find funny, someone else might find funny. Yeah, well, some people find very fucked up shit funny, and it's not as if those people are rare. They just conceal their opinion. I've seen this shit. Yeah, if you go to Reddit, you won't find everyone like that. But you have to understand, like, places like Reddit, places like YouTube, even to a small extent, places like, Facebook a little bit, Instagram a little bit, but less often there. Places like TikTok, yeah, exactly, like that. Like, those are guarded environments where people are limited in what they can say. They are censored. So they don't really always truly express their opinions and who they really are as a person completely. They're more confident in those areas and those spaces, but they still don't truly show you who they are. But I'm telling you motherfuckers, go to a Gore website or some shit. Because curiosity, I'm going to say it till I don't care. Curiosity hit me one time. I was like, what is this fucked up shit look like? And I looked it up and I paid the consequences. I couldn't sleep, bro. It was fucked up. I was fucked up, bro. I was like, never again. I did not like it at all. That showed me that I have empathy. But go to a Gore website. The amount of racism, the amount of misogyny, like I'm talking 99% of the comments, and I don't mean on Reddit, because Reddit has their own Gore shit there too. But again, those are moderated. But go to an unmoderated website, and all you'll find is just the lowest scum of scum by its definition. I don't mean that subjectively. I mean like, and these people know that they're scum, and they've accepted that. They're okay. They've created a safe space for not being safe. That's really fucking crazy, man. So they've done that. And again, the amount of N-word, chicken, finger licking, like, you can see a black man get shot in the neck and they'll call him like, I'm happy this N-word is dead. Like, the amount of racism, and they find that funny. A lot of them aren't even truly racist. Some of them are, they just find pleasure and like humor in being effed up and edgy. They find it funny, and it's not like they're rare. Again, these people live amongst us, normally wired people. These people live amongst us in everyday life. They just don't tell us that to our face, because they know that they can get possibly punched, or punched on our behalf, even if we don't punch them. They know that. They know that there's consequences for their actions when it comes to being in person. But you take away the consequence, and boom, they have no fucking filter. And that's not always a good thing. I don't believe we should censor anybody. But I also believe that, like, to completely remove the filter is not the way to do it either. It just isn't. It's not conductive to a better society. It just isn't. And that should be the goal of the grander scheme, right? It's to help each other get better. I'm not trying to get like overly, let's hug each other, tree hugging, yay. I'm not trying to say that, but in general, yeah. So you have to be careful who you make certain jokes to. And you, as a person who is listening to the jokes, have to understand your own circumstance very well, too, and have a certain level of self-awareness. If you go to a comedy show, you have no right to knock someone else out for making fun of you, and even if you're disabled, you have no right. Even if that's your son who's disabled, you have no right to get on his ass when you are aware that, the comedian could make fun of the crowd. You have no right to get pissed off to go start throwing attacks at him. But again, nuance should be brought to this too. I would also understand if this if this kid got me. Well, why would you bring your disabled son to a comedy shit like that? But anyway, my point is this. That's what I'm saying. Accountability. To be fair. Anyway, yeah, accountability. What I'm gonna say is, people are not all equal. Some people are truly, truly monsters and scum. You have scum here, and then you have monsters here. They're a little bit lower. Some people are just that. And you have some people who are just superior, point blank. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. You just have people who are just superior morally and in every way. I don't give a fuck about the morality is subjective and shit. I don't give a fuck. You just do. And that's what I'm saying. Like, there should be nuance that is brought to this. If you make fun of someone in like some other setting, insensitively, or call someone the N-word out of humor, just randomly or some shit. If a black guy was to knock you out, I mean, like, you guys take accountability as a person knocked out. Yes, this person should have knocked you out for words, but at the same time, it's not as if you were poking the bear. The same people saying that, what Sensitive Society just said, the same people saying that are the same people who brag and say, who use this logic. If a girl goes out at 3 p.m. in the morning wearing only a thong, and she lives in the Bronx or Brooklyn or something, and then you know what self-explanatory happens to her, she's the one at fault, right? That's usually the premise of the argument. And I think that it's only half true. Yes, she is also at fault. She has accountability to take a massive amount. But at the same, because you don't just poke a freaking bear. But at the same time, it's not as if the guy who did the action is any more right than her. He's still more wrong than her. But she also has a considerable amount of blame to take as well. I'd say it's like 40-60. Her end, 40%, the other guy, 60%. But my point is, yeah, like, you have to understand, like, I truly believe that you can't just use the argument that just because bad shit exists, everything should just be amoral. That's not exactly true. It's not that you have to understand who you're dealing with and understand like people can knock your teeth out for what you say. Yes, words are powerful. They've resulted in rebellions. They've resulted in carnage. They've resulted in bloodshed. They've resulted in wars. Words do carry impact, even if we try and say that they don't. They do. You have to be careful. I'm telling you guys that for your own well-being. You gotta be careful. Press play.
I think comedy has always been quote-unquote legal. I guess what I'm trying to say is, yeah, I mean, I don't have an issue with them making 9/11 jokes, but at the same
Neither do
time,
I. But I would understand someone who's went through 9/11 getting offended. I would understand that. But if you're not, if you've never been through 9/11, then why the fuck are you getting offended? Shut the fuck up.
Affect other people, you know what I mean? So once again, I'm gonna quote the greatest YouTuber of all time, Idubbz.
And the F slur and some
Right. Okay.
I think they need faggot.
Like, I call it
Just fucking say it, bro.
Okay,
Stop saying it's fucking cringy. Just say it.
Okay.
we're poor.
I understand censoring yourself if you don't want to get demonetized or whatever, but
something about that laugh, it's just like I do think it's mean to
that's
point out
different.
someone's
That's based on the
laugh.
algorithm. I
If
understand
someone
that.
told me, yo, Sense, your laugh makes me want to kill myself, I would be like,
But
okay.
actually,
well,
it's
I'm
probably
not
why they're
that
not saying it. It's
hard.
probably not even this. Not even out of empathy. They're not saying shit because they don't want to get demonetized. Is what it is. They need that money. I just thought of that just now. Brainstorm. They just don't want other people to say the word. But they'll say it if they weren't getting demonetized for it. They would say it.
She's a fucking mean girl, and if you're like,
she is mean.
I'm gonna need proof.
She is.
Just search Anisa on my channel. Just watch the content. That's literally.
I'll search her on OnlyFans. Actually,
she's a mean girl.
no, she's not my type.
She's a manipulator.
She's really not. She's actually kind of ugly.
And worst of all, she has a laugh that only a mother could truly love. Thank you, Anisa, for saying you're broke.
These are light insults, bro.
Putting that on my YouTube title. So
come on, bro. Like I would be if he was to get more edgy than this, I would be okay with that. This is light. This is light shit.
I feel depressed just watching it, okay? I'm sick, I'm hurt, I work with a bunch of children, and now I'm watching fucking Idubbz and Anisa in a crack house talking about being broke and the S-slur coming back. It's like, what is life? I mean, I love life. I actually feel like Idubbz right now. We're poor.
He doesn't want to get demonetized either. That's why he's not saying it.
I love how Idubbz waits for his wife to laugh so he can laugh. He's like, okay, I can laugh. It's funny. She liked the guy. Okay, I'm gonna shut the fuck up. I've been talking too long. Yo. We're poor.
Fucking look at each other, man. We're poor.
Newsflash, we're poor. That's why we're in the basement for a third or fourth week in a row.
Oh, we're poor. We po.
I thought we'd be able to get out of here by now. People in Canada, let me know.
Yeah.
My Canadian viewers are struggling.
Okay, so when you see it cut to black, I mean, that's what I said. Am I having actual conversations in my head, and then I'm just putting them on video? Guys, I'm pretty quirky. I'm not like most commentary guys. I'm actually unhinged. Okay,
he's right, and he's also got, I think, more nuance needs to be brought to this. But I think that what Sense Society is really saying here is
because they're poor.
True and untrue.
Like, it's shit. Like, I hate podcasts. I will never have a sensitive.
Let me clarify by saying my point is this. I believe you should be able to charge anyone for fucking anything. I believe you're entitled to do that.
I hate podcasts. I don't mind going to podcasts. You know what I mean? I think that's epic. I just would never in a million years have my own podcast. The Sense Talk Show. Well, maybe. Actually, depends how good the money is. If there's money to be made, then I'm gonna make a podcast. But I'm not the biggest fan of it. You know, it's like I'm always open to doing them, but me having my own podcast, it ain't it. And then charge people for that. And then that product being so shit like it is right now, the Idubbz and Anisa podcast with audio cutting, with the
okay. He's right, and he's also got, I think, more nuance needs to be brought to this. But I think that what Sense Society is really saying here is true and untrue. Like, let me clarify by saying my point is this. I believe you should be able to charge anyone for fucking anything. I believe you're entitled to do that. If people are either smart enough, or they just want something, or they're dumb enough to pay for something, Now, take what I said with a pinch of salt. Because, again, I believe some people just simply want entertainment, and that's okay for most people. But some things you truly would be a fool to pay for. Like, for example, like, there are some programs, right? They were like, they charge you on the first of each month. If you lack the discipline, if it's like the 28th, right? Or it's like, you know, if it's like the 23rd of a month, it's almost over. It's almost over, and you can't wait a little while just to wait for the first of the next month to pay for the service. This way you get the most bang for the buck. On time, you don't get charged twice. Then you're a fool. But my point is, I believe you should be able to charge anyone in any way, whatever you want, as long as you make it clear how you're charging them and what you're charging them for, and what they're getting with what you're charging them for. You know, like, if you're clear about those things, you should be able to do anything you want. And yes, I believe you should also be able to be critiqued on whatever it is. But my point is, Sensei Sonny doesn't like Idubbz, so he's going to critique him no matter what. He just doesn't like him in general. But I'll keep it honest with you guys, like, they're poor. They're poor. You might say, yeah, well, then go get a job. But yeah, when someone's a content creator for that fucking long, they forget how to fucking do a damn job. You might say, yeah, well, it's time to learn. But my point is, doing content creation for someone like Ian, for a while, he was putting pretty high-level content up. He spent a lot of his life on a lot of camera gear and shit like that. As much as content creators might want to say, like, oh, this job isn't shit and shit like that, I'm going to be real with you, being a content creator, it does encapsulate a lot. It's not as easy as, like, a lot of other content creators will tell you it is, and it's also not as hard as some will tell you. It's neither. It is, at the end of the day, a job. Me, I don't get paid. I'm not monetized. Fuck it. Sad life me. But my point is, shit, I don't even know. This video might not even make more than fucking, like, 2 views, if anything, on my fucking channel. But my point is, yeah, like, they're poor. That's the biggest shit you gotta keep in mind. They'll charge for fucking anything, and I completely understand it. When you're going for scraps, you'd be surprised at what normal homeless people fucking do out there in the damn streets, like what they're willing to do. So don't be surprised. This is quite civilized. What Ian and she's doing, it's quite civilized to charge people for a podcast. At the end of the day, it's their presence, and people are willing to pay for their presence, then so be it. You know, if you're a girl, if you're a hot girl, and you want to go out there and tell people, hey guys, I want to go to college, but I can't get a job to pay for college because I did OnlyFans. Can you guys donate and give me a GoFundMe? And after talking like that, they probably have cancer or some shit. I don't know. But my point is, if that's the case, you know what? I think go ahead and do your thing, princess. Do your thing. Go ahead. If you want to do that, knock yourself out. I'm not even going to make fun of you because I respect the hustle. If you want to do that, go ahead. Would I do it? No. I wouldn't do that to people. I have another channel, and I'm not going to tell you guys what the name of it is because I got Fiverr scammers on there, and I left that channel for that reason. I'll tell you guys what it is at a later date when it's more dead, and those guys leave my damn channel. Fuck them. Fuck them! But, what I was going to say was, if you want to charge for a service like me, I'm not going to create a Patreon and charge you guys for shit on my Patreon as it is right now. One, because it would be illogical, and two, because I have no community right now. I'm trying to build, so subscribe and help me out. Help a mixed brother out. You know, but my point is, regarding this thing, like, it would be a logical one, and then two, I don't feel like the quality of my videos is there yet, and it's probably not going to be there for a while. I understand not charging for that thing, but if someone else in Ian's position was to do that, I would be like, you know what? Do your thing, bro. If you gotta do what you gotta do to eat. They got a dog. I understand. I completely understand. I'm not gonna hate on them for that. So, but again, since society doesn't like Ian, he's going to roast him on any front he can. And that is valid grounds to roast Ian on. As I mentioned before, I believe that people have the right to critique you in any way that they want. I believe nobody should be censored when it comes to critique.
Video cutting, it's like, anyone that pays for this, you need a refund ASAP.
Okay, so
Weird.
More
the
cuts.
reason it's doing that is because this cable,
Yeah.
very finicky, very sensitive.
Oh, so the cable, like...
Oh
It just takes one of the dumb dogs fucking...
Dumb dog.
Oh.
Coming back, though.
Yeah,
It's making a little bit of a resurgence. So is the F-slur, I've noticed. I mean, I think
They have the nerve to tell people how broke they are. Okay, that is
about
funny.
shocking
That is
people
funny.
At the end of the day, and it had to go away for it to come back and be funny again.
Yeah.
So I think that
It's
it'll come
this is
back.
this is
it'll
empathy
stop being funny
fishing.
because everyone's doing it, and then it'll go away, and it'll come back. It's just
The only...
I mean, this is the perfect time for edgy Idubbz to come back, because we all know that the only reason ever why he was funny, because we all know that the only reason why he was ever funny was because he was screaming the N-word at a 17-year-old girl when he was 28 years old. We know that's the only real reason why Idubbz ever took off, right? Am I right? Wink, wink. Now, the R slur, and when people say the R slur, it's just like such a pussy stuff. The R slur, guys. Just a retard, alright? And I'm not even being an edgelord. It's not that deep. I actually, very humbly,
I'm not monetized, so I don't care if I say the word retard. I'm not monetized.
Leading the charge towards bringing retard back. I've been saying it for years, alright?
Finally, you said it.
It was cool, and there was people in the comment section be like, I'm going to unsubscribe because you keep saying the R so far. I don't like it. Okay, well, fine.
Retard.
I'll be
Bye,
fine.
retard.
I'll be fine, I think. I hope I don't have to end up like Idubbz in this situation. Retard only becomes an issue when you go up to someone who's, clearly has
Retarded.
something wrong with them.
Who's
You're
retarded?
Like, look at this retard. That's an issue. I've always thought that was an issue. There's a time and place to use certain words, and if you go up to someone that's, once again, not all there, and you're like, oh, look at this retard, yada, 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 it's like, okay, that's
Who's retarded?
That is disgusting. But if you're talking
Yeah, I agree.
Idubbz, and you're like, well, yeah, he's a retard.
Okay, see, this is the level of nuance that he's now bringing. This is what I mean. This is what I feel like was lacking before. Now he's bringing the level of nuance that I was talking that I went like for 20 damn minutes before at the beginning of the video. Like, this is the level of nuance that I was saying he should have brought.
There's a difference. There's a time and a place to use it. Now, if I say retard 30 billion times in this video, of course it's going to get corny. And I'm trying to make a point here. Like, you gotta know when to use it. And
It wouldn't get corny if you're saying it in a logical way.
But that's just how I
That's what
feel.
you've been doing.
And sometimes you just gotta let your feelings know. So going back to
There's going to be a limit on how many times you can say that word. But how you use it is what matters.
I've been legitimately saying it since like 2020. Since like 2020, 2021. Right before it became uncool, and if you said it, you're like Hitler. This has been my life's mission to bring back retard, and I'm doing it. Well, I don't want to take full credit because I'm very hashtag humble. It's been back. Now, the F slur, that's going to be my next fun little story.
Slut is far less worse than retard. Retard's way worse than slut.
And it said the F slur, so I was like, well, I'm reading
Is
it. I'm
it?
not calling anyone the F
That's
slur. So
more
I was
like-
like, I'll just read it. And that video got me demonetized. Now I know, on YouTube, you could say the F slur. No, hold on, pause. Not the F slur, the R slur. But you cannot say the F slur, it will get demonetized. I've said retard many, many times throughout the last 3-4 years.
Retard.
Not once have I been demonetized for saying the R word, the God forbidden R word.
Funny one.
again.
The only funny joke I've seen pertaining to that lately has
It
been
worked. It
Fresno.
works. He needs to drop that.
Somebody
Drop
on
that goal.
Twitter, I'll send you it because it's I don't know. Some people might not find
Cherry
it funny,
pick.
but
She's cherry
somebody
picking what the fuck
posted,
is funny.
Timbits or like donut holes on Twitter and was like, "What do you guys call these?"
I don't want to speak to
Fresno said what he
Wasn't ego,
called
was it?
them.
I'll tell you what, it's not ego.
Right.
This might be
It had
the
9/11
last time I
in it,
paused the video
and
because
F-slur and something.
the video's never going to end if I keep pausing
It
it.
was
But
like, I call
Through the
him
kitchen sink.
peas.
I don't
Yeah.
feel like this.
And then he posted a follow-up where he was like, "Enjoy, I love my blah blah blah," and he had it in his mouth, and I was like, "That's pretty fucking funny." So like that,
Yeah.
it can be funny. You just have to walk the line.
You have to walk the line, and you got to be willing to admit that it might not be funny to everyone.
Yeah.
You got to use it occasionally. Here's the thing: is that
That's
like
true.
I brought this.
That's crazy that Anisa
That's true.
wants to be edgy again, and Idubbz. I don't know. It kind of feels like Idubbz wants to come out of that cage, but he's afraid because he already flip flopped with the whole content comp. I'm not gonna do it, guys. I'm way too old. I'm back. I'm gonna make another one. It's just like he already did that. So would I be surprised?
His content comp was ass, the recent one.
For this, I could see him doing it. It's becoming cool again. Once again, Sense set the trend. Very humbly, by the way. I don't know if you guys can tell.
It won't work if he does it again. It won't work.
You guys said I'm humble. Anyway,
He needs to drop that. He needs to drop that girl.
Interesting that Anisa is now pushing for edgier stuff, but Idubbz is like, I don't know about that one. I don't know if I want to go back to that. I don't know. I did harm a lot of people with my words. It's like, no, you didn't. Bro, you're giving yourself way too much credit. Idubbz acts like he came up with the idea of slavery, alright? That's how egomaniac this guy is. Oh, I said the N-word like 5 times. I'm responsible.
I have a whole lot to speak about
Chill
that.
the fuck out, alright? Check your ego at the door.
Be willing to admit
It wasn't ego. It's pauses. I'll tell you what. That's not ego. This might be the last time I pause the video because the video's never going to end if I keep pausing it. But I don't feel like this is ego. What's really going on is that, and I want to hurry this point, right? Is Ethan? Not Ethan. I keep confusing Ethan Klein with Ian. H3 with Idubbz. I don't apologize. But tomato. Ian is objectively a cock. And I'm not saying that as an insult. And I'm going to tell you why I'm not going to insult Ethan intentionally unless I'm joking around per se, but I don't mean it in any ill will, or I don't even mean it to put him down. Because I cringe. People who have to put others down to build themselves up are fucking cringe. And you'd be surprised at the amount of content creators who do shit like that. They flood this website, and I can guarantee even your favorite content creator has done it at one point in their careers. It's just a human in general thing that people do. They put others down to build themselves up. It just happens. I'm sure I've done it too before in my life. I have done this before. And at my age, same age as Ethan was, not Ethan, as Ian was when he went against Tana. Same age. I'm 27 though. I cringe at that. And I always make sure that I don't do that anymore. But what I will say is this. Ian didn't grow. His reasoning that he said he sucked content cop for was because I grew empathy. My heart grew 10 times larger. That's not true. That's bullshit. I'll tell you why he stopped it. Because Ian realized, and he must have known it before, right? Because Ian didn't change overnight. Ian, people like Ian are the way that they are for years. They just don't come out publicly and say it. He made a lot of money. He profited. He felt like he was good and well enough off as it is, and he truly felt like he could survive anything. I do believe there was a little bit of ego, but it's not the same type of ego that what's in society called him out for. I don't believe Ian thought he was some I don't think Ian thinks of himself as a badass in any capacity. I think the man is genuinely, innately turned on by being weak and submissive and being made fun of. I truly believe that. A lot of people in Ian's position who've made the money that he's made, because he's made a lot of money. He has no damn good reason to be poor right now. He has no fucking good reason. He made a lot of shitload of money, man. He truly did, and he got a lot of it. He had more potential in his... My hobo mustache is getting in my mouth. He had a lot more potential than Ethan even had from H3, and H3 has a lot of money. Ian has no good reason to have no money, but I'll tell you why he's got no money. Because men like Ian are into being cucks, and they're into being humiliated by their girl. And I don't care, since society doesn't like Ian, so he's going to say that Ian's not into it. But I'm not gay, and I'll never intentionally go out of my way to turn another man on, even if I get paid. I'm just not going to. Unless, if you're paying $1 million, I'll suck a dick. I'll probably do that. I would. Not probably, I would. I'll drop it down low, man. I don't give a fuck for $1 million. I'll do that, man. I'll join the Diddy party. You know, I have my limits on what I'll do for $1 million, but sucking dick ain't one of them. I'll suck a dick, man. I'll sloppy Joe the motherfucker. But my point is, get all that shit in my eye. But anyway, with Ian, you know, he is into being humiliated, and people like him with all that money don't know what the fuck to do with it. They're awkward. They see a hot girl, they're like, oh shit, I want to be grapefruited by that bitch. Like, damn, blindfold me, motherfucker. But people like Ian watch a lot of porn, they get desensitized to shit, then they start needing more extreme shit and more extreme shit and more extreme shit to get their rocks off. And they do it all in private. It's a cycle that starts before men even hit puberty, when they watch all the porn and shit. They need more to stimulate themselves. That's Stride 5 gum. I probably butchered the name of that, but whatever. But the point is, he likely saw a hot girl, and the only reason why he would be as broke as he is because she's been taking all his damn money. And I'm just going to give some red pill opinion, but a lot of women, and I'm going to be honest with you guys, that they don't know what the fuck to do with money. Not all women, but a lot of women are not financially smart. They'll get their nails done, they'll get their hair done, but they'll never invest it in like a fucking picture or some other shit, like something that can build value. Or they want to get the biggest house or the biggest car. Like, a lot of women just don't have good financial smarts. And I truly believe ANNISA, or whatever her name is one of those girls. One of those women. I'm gonna butcher her name. I don't give a fuck about what her name is, but she is one of those girls. You can definitely tell, and she's fucked it up hard because she doesn't look that attractive as it is. So whatever the fuck she's spending her money on, I know it ain't the better cause, and I know it ain't some kids for cancer, you know, fund or whatever. I know she ain't doing that shit. So whatever she's spending her money on, or whatever she spent it on, I don't know. I don't give a fuck. Probably on like food or experiences, or going out to some island or whatever, some shit to meet other guys, whatever. For all I know, that's what I'm thinking. People like Ian are into that. So Ian didn't grow empathy. It's just that he realized, I'm just as fucked up, if not more, than the people I'm making fun of. It's like he knows he's not a pedophile. He knows that. He knows he's not like truly a scumbag. I mean, he's not a monster per se. He's close to being a scumbag, I'd say, but I don't think Ian's at that level yet. But I'm not gonna. If you're a cuck, I'm not gonna shame you, man. You know, if you're into what you're into, you're into what you're into. It's just is what it is. Unless you're a pedophile, then I think you can be shamed, unashamedly so. Like, you can be shamed, yeah. Like, fuck them. But if you're a cuck, so be it. That's on you, man. I ain't gonna be the one to cuck you because, again, the idea you get of doing it with another man, like idea of getting another man off, even under straight circumstances, like you fucking his girl, whatever, I think is just cringy to me and just disgusting. But this is why I said I'm not going to make fun of Ian, because I know he'd probably get turned on by that. Not because I'm a guy, but he's probably turned on the basis of someone else making fun of him based on his relationship with his girl. It's probably why he probably got his rocks off at their relationship getting ruined. But I truly feel as though, you know, he genuinely is a cuck. I do feel like he had a little bit of empathy, you know, come into him. I do believe that, all the Diddy. But a lot of it was just simply he knew deep down, one day, people are going to know who the fuck I am. They're going to know what I'm into. They're going to read my DMs to probably other girls. Because he's a lot of rich guys like him, at the time, maybe not anymore, they pay other people to message these OnlyFans girls and Instagram girls and stuff. They don't do it themselves, but they could always be tied back to them in some way. He's like, people are going to find out who the fuck I am, so I just have to, like, stop what I'm doing, because my community's going to hate my ass. So it's like, you can't fire me, I quit. You know, that was the mentality. And again, I do think he did grow a little bit of empathy, but clearly I don't know. I feel like it's very directionless. It's very, very directionless, and it's not in the right ways. Because clearly he didn't have the empathy to be a true friend to Ethan of age 3. And he should have. So, yeah, let's play on this.
You gotta use it occasionally. Here's the thing: is that like
I've seen his girl too. I've seen her reaction when Ian lost the fight. She made fun of him. Yes, she did. She said, "Oh, he deserved to get beat up." She laughed at him. But when he immediately lost the fight, this is what I mean by that. I don't think it's all black and white. She did shed tears, I believe, when he lost the match. Knowing that she insulted him before that match and all that, I don't think her tears were fake. I think she generally was hoping Ian was going to win and was sad that he lost. She was emotionally invested in Ian winning. And I don't think just for her sake. I do think that there is a certain level of attachment that she does have to Ian, regardless of what's being said. At the end of the day, I truly believe that Ian went to her and told her, can you do this to me? And she said, are you sure you can handle this? And he said, yeah. And she's like, okay, sure. And she has came on record and said, oh yeah, I tried to do that shit with him. It didn't work. I think that's just, I don't even think that's her being honest. I think it's just her trying to keep the narrative going that Ian wants. I think that's really all it comes down to. And yeah, she's profiting off of him. She probably has used his money because he gave her permission to do so. You know what? You do your thing, girl. Because people like him who allow you to do that, allow you to walk over him, they put themselves in that position. So unless he's willing to better his life, if he truly feels regret and doesn't like it, then I could respect him. But I don't believe Ian regrets his decisions. I truly don't. I don't think he has an ounce of regret. I think he might feel a little bit of regret now that he's starting to hit financial ruins, but yeah, I truly think this relationship is intentional that they have. And I'm not roasting him.
You're allowed to use Cracker than Hassan is, though.
Yes, you are. No, you are.
All right.
And I also think
that needs to be recognized.
you can use Cracker. You can.
He's too hairy to use Cracker. Yeah, exactly.
He is okay. There's 3 reasons why Hassan can't use the word Cracker.
Brings up PowerPoint.
He has too much body hair. Okay, and facial hair. His name is Hassan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he said that Americans
Yeah.
all of those 3 things equals you can't say Cracker.
Yeah.
So, are we edgy or are we not? Idubbz, I saw you laughing at that 9/11 meme. We might be back. Racism is coming back. And Idubbz, Anisa, and fucking Sensitive Society, we're leading the charge. Oh my god. I think that's the most I've seen him laugh when 9/11 got brought in. I mean, can we please get a replay on that wholesome smile? Look at him! Look at him! OG Idubbz is back. I just imagine the real Idubbz hiding inside of this fake Idubbz. And this was like his one chance to let it be known that he's still alive. And he took it. Holy shit.
You can't use the word Cracker.
Brings up PowerPoint.
He has too much body hair. Okay, and facial hair. His name is.
She's letting her thighs show up, bro.
And he said
That's intentional. That's for OnlyFans.
Yeah.
All of those 3
She's letting you know what the fuck is in the description of that video.
Apparently, I can't say Cracker according to my hockey team because when I was a child.
To you.
Yeah, no one gives a fuck, Anisa. Legitimately, no one gives a fuck about your hockey team. We get it, you're Canadian, and you're 18% Lebanese or 7%, whatever the fuck. So, if I'm like 51% black, can I say the N-word, Anisa? Answer
No.
the question, alright? Let me know. Let me know in the comments
Take
below.
a-
Gift the internet has given me is that there is literally nothing you can say to me at this point that will make me feel bad.
Right, damn.
You've been hardened. Your skin has been toughened. I will say, as her husband, I know all the secret ones. Yeah, you know to press her button because basically it's all of the things, but it now means something because I'm her husband. I can say all the things.
If my husband calls me an ugly bitch with an emoji, but yeah, no, you could say literally probably anything to me.
Let's pause this. Actually, she doesn't don't look that bad in the shot. I don't like her. I don't like her, so I'm not gonna get her or OnlyFans. I'll never. OnlyFans is terrible, and I hope you know. If you're one of the guys who subscribes to OnlyFans, I hope you know. Like a lot of these girls, they don't even reply to your messages. They tell you they will, but it's not them. It's some fat, ugly Indian dude, like being like, "Oh yeah, like he doesn't give a fuck. He probably gets paid like low ass slave money, and he gets to feed his family over a month for that. But that's who's getting your rocks off in the DMs, or her brother or whatever. Sweet Home Alabama motherfucker. But I think yeah, she does look attractive in the show. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna coach. She does look attractive here. She generally does look attractive. She does here. I didn't see that in the beginning of the video. Like it's weird. At times, the moment she laughs, she's unattractive, and then like this shot, she looks attractive. I'm looking at her thighs. But my point is, yeah, like Ian keeps claiming like I'm her husband. I'm her husband. I'm her husband. I'm her husband. He's doing that intentionally, man. He's proud of his relationship. He's proud. That's not the laugh of someone who is. That's not the laugh of someone who's suffering. He's generally into all this shit, man. But yeah, yeah. That's first play. I still don't like her, but
I do have to say, I think he has to.
I'll call an ace of spade an ace of spade. She still has a shitload of makeup on. Take that makeup off and she's ugly as hell.
My wife, you should hang yourself. No one watches the podcast. Oh my god, I felt bad saying that. Empathy's coming, guys. I'm 25 years old, so I have I forgot to count.
But he's so mean to me.
I mean, it's more like when I'm low energy. You know what I mean?
Bro, that's literally all the time.
Pulling his leg like that.
I'm just getting the little crusties out of
At least this movie had a plot and it had characters and things were happening. So for that reason, I give it a 1.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Okay, I understand your 1.
And I raise you.
But I think you two are just more spiteful, I think, which is fair. You're just like, fuck this.
Yeah, I'm an angry bitch.
Oh no, I also.
I got the idea. I got the idea. If you go to check out the rest of the video, make sure you guys, actually check out the rest of the video. We got the main point. Yeah.
Ian, this is just rambling, unimportant shit.
I might have to cut the video short, guys. So that was possibly the greatest podcast ever.
All right, I got the idea. We're done. I got the idea. If you want to check out the rest of the video, make sure you guys, actually check out the rest of the video. We got the main point. Yeah. Ian, he is a cuck. I don't think it's all black and white. I do think he has grown. His heart size has grown a little bit, but at the same time, I don't think he stops making edgy humor because I'm a good person now. It's just simply, he knew damn well that if his fans found out what the fuck timing he was truly on and what he was into, they would turn on his ass in an instant. And he was like, yeah, no, it's better I fire myself than my fans fire me. So it's like, I quit. I'm out. And two, it can get very, when you repress yourself, your true self for that long, it can mentally destabilize you. And he's a cuck, and I felt like he truly wanted to be humiliated, and he was tired of waiting. He had the money to accomplish it, to pull up some OnlyFans girl and be like, hey, slap that makeup on and call me the worst things you can call me in public. Ruin my career, woman. Yes, my queen. So he probably felt that going on. Yeah, that's just the way that it is. It's just the way it is, the Tupac song. But yeah, he is a cuck. She's just playing into that, into what he probably told her, what role he gave her to play. There is, even though he's being a cuck, there is a level of dominance because at the end of the day, he's a cuck, but he's still giving her the role to play, and she's still following what he tells her to do. I do believe that's going on. I truly believe behind closed doors, he's probably willing to stand up to her, and if he's already dealt enough shit. The fact that he doesn't have any kids with her and he's still with her either means she's blackmailing him, but from how they've been interacting in that clip, That's not the case. He's genuinely a cuck, and he gave her a role to play, and she's just fulfilling it. If they are truly going through financial issues, the fact that she's still with him and she's not with someone else goes to show you, because she could have easily. I'm sure there. Listen, the internet's a fucked up place. There are people who would cuck Ethan for fun, even before people found out he was a cuck. There are people who would just cuck another man just because they can. His girl, as much as we all like to roast his girl, when she puts makeup on, she's not unattractive. But yes, without makeup, I've seen her. She's fucking ugly. She's hideous. But it's not rare that a lot of girls are that way. A lot of girls put like a pound of makeup on. You know, it's very rare you get to see a girl who's truly attractive without the makeup on. That's the goal for all the men striving to do better, though, to find a girl like that. But regardless, with her makeup on, she's not unattractive. So she would have left him by now if she truly was like bottom of the pit. If she truly didn't care about him in any capacity, she also wouldn't have had any tears back there when he lost the fight. He's just into being humiliated, all right? That's all it really comes down to, and I'm not going to play a part in getting another man's rocks off. It's kind of sad to see what his career has moved into. But it's not sad from his it's not sad from his perspective. I'm just sad on his part because I know he's not. If that makes sense, I'm sad for him. I'm sad in his place, if that makes sense. You know. Yeah. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed the video and you guys want to see more content like this, subscribe to the channel. Let's get our channel to 500 subs. Let's hit that goal. If you want to help me, if you want to help me out, create these videos, it does, motivate me to put out more content. So I would definitely love to grow this community and build more people here, get us talking, get us arguing, throwing death threats at I'm a retard. Throwing death threats at each other, doxing each other. I would love to build a community like that. Totally supportive community. Yeah, I like it. I want to build a really cool place. So, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you guys stay awesome and let me suck that dick for free, motherfucker.